Welcome you all. The topic for today is, as inflation goes up, interest rates are also likely to go up. What impact it makes in all our life? That's what we are going to see in this video. In the last video, we explained about the cause of inflation and how it can impact the economy. Today we are going one step ahead and trying to say, if inflation goes up, what are the directions the RBI will take to contain inflation, and the most important action which RBI is likely to take is increasing the interest rates. So if you are a saver, then it is actually very beneficial because your FD rates are likely to go up 1 year from now, 2 years from now. If you are a borrower, then it is definitely a worrying time because your EMI is going to start going up. So interest rate going up is not anything new in the economy, not only in India, it's been the case with the entire world economy. The rate goes up and comes down because as money is available cheap, there is a lot of economic activity which in turn leads to inflation, and to curtail inflation the rates have to actually go up, and it keeps happening. And whenever there is crisis, like we just came out of a crisis like COVID, when there is huge crisis, the central banks try and cut the rate so that the economic activity can come back to normalcy. As the crisis fades out, automatically the monetary policy comes into action and they try and increase the rate so that we go back to normalcy. So we are somewhere in that kind of a situation where the rate seems to have bottomed out and we are likely to see rates starting to go up, not only in India, across the world. So we all know that the inflation is going up, but let's understand why it has been going up. So as I mentioned, there has been excess liquidity which was created in the system to support the economy because we were in a deep crisis which the world never experienced in the last 100 years. So each and every central banker put a lot of money into the system so that the money was available in plenty and also it was available at cheap. So that's where the rates across has fallen. So the home loan, which used to be at about 8-9%, fell to about almost 6-6.5%. Similarly, the cost of borrowing for each and every industry fell, which made the industries to survive much more longer. The next is the geopolitical tension which we've been seeing. That also has put a lot of pressure in terms of the commodity prices going up, because of which it leads to inflation. And the next is the supply disruption, both because of the COVID and also because of the geopolitical tension. The world trade has actually got disturbed, because of which some of the wherever there is demand, the supply is not meeting the demand, because of which the prices are going up, which again leads to inflation. So what impact it creates to you as an individual is what is more important. So let's understand, if you are a saver, I think, and if you are especially saving in fixed income instruments, I think there is some good news for you, because the rates which have been at one of the lowest, because the FDs have been giving you about 5-5.5% for the last 1-2 years, which has been like one of the lowest ever in the country. If the rate starts going up, naturally the FD rates are also likely to go up, which means if you are planning to make any FDs today, don't make your FDs for long term, don't make it for a 3-year or a 5-year, because the best thing today is to park it for a short term FD, maybe a 1-year FD or a 6-month FD, because by the time 6 months is over or 1 year is over, maybe the rates are likely to be higher than what it is today. So you can actually park it for a shorter period of time, and when the rate goes up, you can actually try and reinvest the FD at a higher rate. If you are a borrower, I think you need to be really worried, because if you are making all your plans based on today's interest rate, because you are borrowing at one of the lowest rates, be aware that the EMIs are likely to go up if the rate starts going up. Assuming you are planning to take a loan for your home for a 15-year period for say 50 lakh rupees, at a current interest rate of about 7%, you will end up paying about 45,000 rupees as EMI. If the rate goes up from 7% to 8%, you will end up paying almost about 47,000 rupees as EMI. If the rate goes up to 9%, your EMI will be close to 50,000 rupees, which means if the interest rate goes up in the next 1 to 2 years by about 2%, then your EMI can increase anywhere between 3 to 6,000 rupees. So plan your finances very carefully so that you don't get into a debt trap. And for equity investors, because there is going to be increase in rates, there is going to be a lot of volatility in the market, which can actually give a lot of good entry points for you to actually accumulate more units, which will be very beneficial in the longer run. So investing through SIPs and through STPs will be a preferred option, because the next 1.5, 2 years can be somewhat volatile, which might not give you very good returns in the shorter run, but hopefully it will give you a very good return in the longer run. So these are the things you should be aware when the interest rate starts going up, whether you are a saver or a borrower. So plan it accordingly so that you don't get impacted the most because of the interest rate increase, which is likely to happen in the coming months. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, Symphonia Chennai, and please don't forget to press the bell notification icon. Thank you for watching.